everyone, welcome to ACE Online. So I'm back with another practice set and this is your practice set number 13. We already completed till our practice set number 12th and you will get all these videos in this YouTube channel only. Just go to the playlist and you will find all the videos related to this practice series. So here we are practicing for the examination LIC AAO and we are going to have our examination in next 7 to 10 days. So let's do more and more practice, and for that what you have to do, you have to share the link of this video to your friends in your respective groups wherever you are added, so that more students can join this video and you will actually feel a competitive scenario while solving all the problems which we are having in this particular session. So basically this session is for the quantitative aptitude. Here we are having our aptitude section and where we are having some different kind of questions where we have to solve each and every question with a specific time period, as we are having the specific time limit in our examination as well. And in the similar manner we designed this type like these practice set. So you are having the specific time. In that specific time you have to read the question as well as you have to try to solve it, right? So without wasting more time, let's start with the questions that we are having, and this is our very first question. So just simply read it out and try to identify the correct answer of this particular question. So the question says here, A and B work for 5 days and complete 50% work, and remaining work is done by C in 7.5 days. Okay. If efficiency of B is 37.5% less than the efficiency of C, then find the time taken by A alone to complete the work. This is the question, and here we are having this type of our options. So just simply try to figure out the correct answer over here. I'm just helping you in one thing. Here we are having 37.5%, right? Now, we know that here we are having, when these type of values, we have to convert it into the fraction and we can write it as 3 by 8. And how I am writing it directly, because I know that whenever I am having like 12.5%, or you can also write it as 1 by 2%, we can write it as 1 by 8 in the fraction. We can write 1 by 8 in the fraction. And when I multiply this value by 3, I'll get my answer as 37 1 by 2, right? So if we are multiplying this side by 3, we have to multiply this side by 3 also, and here we are getting 3 by 8 as our fraction. Is it clear? So just use these values and figure out the correct answer. Please remember this thing, in your examination as well, you are having a specific time for specific questions. You are having that type of ability where you will able to select that I am able to solve this question or I have to skip this particular question, right? This is very important while you are having your examination, because you are having like 35 questions and for that you are having some specific time only, and in that specific time, you have to solve the maximum question but with accuracy, right? Okay, let's start solving it. So the question says that here we are having two persons initially. We are having A and B and they work for 5 days but they completed only 50% of work. But we know that if they are like, they took 5 days to complete 50% of work, if A plus B combined take 5 days to complete 50% of work. So we can easily say that both A and B will take 10 days to complete 100% work. Can we say that? Yes, we can say that, right? Okay, now the next one. And the remaining work is done by C in 7.5 days. Now, The question says what? Question says that the remaining work, that means the remaining 50% of the work. Now, C is doing the remaining 50% of work in 7.5 days. The remaining 50% of the work. That means in 15 days, he is able to do complete 100% of the work. He is able to do complete 100% of the work. Okay. So basically, this is the data that I am having. Okay. Now, whenever we are having these type of things, just do one thing, just simply take the LCM. Okay. But before that, we are having some more data as well. If the efficiency of B is 37.5 less than the efficiency of C, okay. So if I want to write down the efficiency ratio, efficiency ratio of what? Of B to C. Now, I recently told you that here we are having 37.5 and we can write 37.5 as 3 by 8, right? So we can say that if the efficiency of C is 8, with respect to that, the B is having 3 less than to this one, that means B is having just 5. B is having just 5. Is it clear? Okay. Now, with the help of this data, first we able to determine the actual efficiencies that we are having. Okay. So we can say that A plus B combined can do some work in 10 days, where C can able to do the same work in 15 days, right? So from this, by taking the LCM, we are just taking the assumed work. So here we are having 30. This is what? This is our assumed work. This is our assumed work. Okay, so if this is the assumed work, then we can easily able to determine the individual efficiencies as well. Yes. So here the efficiency is 3 and here the efficiency is 2. Here the efficiency is 3 and here we are having the efficiency is 2. Okay. Now, according to this one, the efficiency ratio of A plus B to C is nothing but 3:2. This is nothing but 3:2. But here we are having like this one and here we are having like this one. So first, we know that here we are having A, so we can just consider that there's a difference. But here we are talking about the efficiency of C as well. So here the value should be equal. So just to make this value equal, what I am going to do, I am going to multiply it by 4. By multiplying it by 4, the efficiency of C will become 8, which is equal to this one. And here the efficiency will become 12, right? But in this 12, I know that the efficiency of B is 5. So we can say that in this one, we are having like A and who is having efficiency is 7. And here we are having B whose efficiency is what? Efficiency is 5, right? Now we are having the individual efficiencies. Here the efficiency of A is 7, efficiency of B is 5, efficiency of C is 8, right? Now, what we need to find out? We need to find out the time taken by A alone to complete this specific work. The work is of 30 units and with the efficiency of 7, he has to do that particular work, right? With the help of that, we have to do this particular work. But first, we have to determine the total work. First, we have to determine the work done. We have to determine what? We have to determine the work. So, with the efficiency of C, we can say that if C works with the efficiency of 8 units per day and he took 15 days. So, the actual work done, here we are talking about the actual work done. So, the actual work done is nothing but 15 into 8 and that is nothing but 120 units. That is nothing but 120 units, right? This is the assumed work done and basically this is not the assumed work. Here we are dealing with the respect of efficiencies. Here we are dealing with the efficiencies. This is not the assumed work. I mistakenly written that. So here the actual work done is this one. So the time taken by A alone. Time taken by A alone is nothing but what? He has to complete 120 units with the efficiency of 7. So here we can say that on the multiple of 1, here we are having 5 remaining, 7 into 7, that is 49. So 1 is remaining and here we are having this days. 17, 1 by 7 days is the correct answer. Do we have that in our options? Yes, option number B is the correct one. Option number B is the correct one. So what we did, first we calculated that how much time they will take if they have to do the 100% work. After that, with the help of this ratio, we just simply identify the efficiencies ratio, and with the help of this data, we just simply calculated the data so that we can easily able to determine the efficiency of A as well, right? And as we get these value, we just simply calculated the actual time, actual work, or we can say the total work, and after that we just simply able to calculate the total time taken by A alone to complete this particular work. So the correct answer that we are having is 17, 1 by 7 days. We are having 17, 1 by 7 days. Is it clear? So here we can say that the correct answer over here is option number B. Is it clear? Okay. Now let's move towards the next question and let's see what is the next question we are having and how we are going to deal with it. So the question says that a set of consecutive numbers from 1 to 20 are written on a paper. Mohit erased 2 numbers from the paper, so the average of remaining numbers is 10. Find the sum of square of 2 numbers if they are in the ratio of 2:3. This is a very easy question. All you need to do is you just need to use the concept of average in this particular question. What you have to do, you have to find out the sum of the squares of those 2 numbers which are erased by Mohit. What is the correct answer? Okay. Let's start discussing it or take 20 more seconds. Okay, let's start. So here the question says that a set of consecutive numbers, that means 1, 2, 3, 4, like in this one. So here the number from 1, here the number from 1 to 20. That means I need to do this. Right? I know that if I want to find out the sum of n natural numbers, I can use this particular formula, n into n plus 1 by 2. Here the value of n is nothing but 20. So firstly, I am just determining the sum of these 20 numbers. So here the sum of these 20 numbers, is nothing but 20 into 21 by 2. That is nothing but 210. The sum is equals to 210. Now Mohit erased 2 numbers. Mohit erased any of the 2 numbers. Okay. Now because of this, we are left with only 18 numbers. as we are having these 20 numbers, right? We are having 20 numbers. Now, out of these, 2 numbers are erased. We are left with just 18 numbers. We are left with just 18 numbers. And the average of these 18 numbers is equals to what? Is equals to 10. We know that. We know the concept of average as well. That says that average of any numbers or of any observations is nothing but sum of the observation divided by the number of observation. I'm not going to write it like the complete lines over here, but the formula of average is nothing but sum of all the observations that you are having divided by the number of observations you are having. So if from this formula I have to calculate sum, what I'll do for sum, average into the number of observations, right? So for these 18 numbers, the number of observations is 18 and the average is nothing but 10. So we can say that the sum of rest 18 numbers, the sum of rest 18 numbers is nothing but 180, right? So what is the difference that we are getting in both of the quantities? So here we are having 210 and here we are having 180. So the difference is nothing but this is a difference of 30. There's a difference of 30. But this 30 is divided into 2 parts as the number which are erased are in the format of 2:3. Are in the format of 2:3. That means we have to divide it in the ratio of 2:3. So we can say that, let's suppose this is the number 1 that we erased and this is the number 2, right? So the question says that they are in the ratio of 2:3. That means in the combined format, they are on the multiple of 5. But it is actually 30. That means it is present on the multiple of 6. So can we able to determine the numbers? Yes. All we have to do is we have to multiply it by 6. So the first number that Mohit erased is 12 and the second number is 18. Now, the next step that we need to do is we need to find out the square of these numbers first and we have to add them. So we know that the square of 12 is nothing but 144 and the square of 18 is nothing but 324, right? And what I need to do, I need to add these values. So what I'll get? 8, 6, 4. 468 is our correct answer and that means our option number C is the correct one. Our option number C is the correct one. So basically in this particular question, the only thing that I have to do is I have to use the concept of average and with the help of this one, we can easily able to determine the numbers as well as the square and the sum of that. Is it clear? So, as I told you in every single session, just simply read the questions carefully and with the help of that, we can easily able to determine that what concept we are going to apply in this one. Is it clear? Right? Okay. Now, let's move towards the next question and let's see what is the next question we are having and how we are going to deal with it. So, the next question says that a seller markup price of each pen by 60% above its cost price, okay, and allows a discount of 10%, thereby making a profit of rupees 13.2 on each pen, okay. When he sells each pen at only 5% discount, then filling the blanks pens he needs to sell in order to earn overall of rupees 780. So basically, this is a question from the concept of profit loss. And here you have to deal with 3 entities: cost price, selling price and the MRP. We always give our discount on the MRP and we always count our profit or loss on the cost price until unless there's nothing specifically mentioned in the question. So just simply try to understand the question and accordingly find out the number of pens that he needs to sell to earn a profit of rupees 780. Okay. So let's start discussing it. Here we are having a seller. Marker price, that means MRP, of each pen by 60% above its cost price. So here we are not having cost price. So here I am writing three entities: cost price, selling price and the MRP. Right? Okay. Let's suppose if the cost price, I'm just assuming it, right? If the cost price of my pen, of a single pen is 100 rupees, then what, this is the cost price for me, right? So I'm just putting a tag of 160 rupees, of 160 rupees on that. These are like 60% above, 60% above, right? Okay. But on this, what I am doing, I am giving a discount of 10%. That means I am selling it on the 90% value of this MRP. Here what I am doing, I am giving a discount of 10%. That means I am selling it on the MRP. So 160 and I am selling it on the 10% discount. That means I am selling it on the 90%. So these two zeros are eliminated. 9 into 6, that is nothing but 54. So here we are having 4 and the 5 is carry on. 9 plus 5, 144. That means I am selling it on 144 rupees, right? According to this one. Okay. If I'll see the data carefully here, I am getting a profit of 44 rupees. Right, here I am getting a, do not write rupees over here because here we are only dealing with the values in the respect of ratio or like something, right? Okay, so according to this, what I can say here, I am getting a profit of 44. But according to question, if I'll do all these things, I am only able to make a profit of 13.2. 13.2. That means the value of this 44, the actual value of this 44 is nothing but 13.2. The actual value of this one is nothing but 13.2. So we just simply calculate 44, the actual value is 13.2. So instead of writing 0.2 over here, I just write 0 over here, right? Now with the help of 11, we can eliminate it. So here we are having like 40. And here we are having 12, here we are having 10, here we are having 3. So we can say that the value of 1 is nothing but 0.3. So we can say that this is on the multiple of 0.3, right? If this value is present on the multiple of 3, so with the help of this ratio, we can easily able to determine the actual values. We can easily able to determine the actual value. Okay. Here we only have to focus on the SP and the MRP, right? But let's suppose if I need to calculate the CP as well, how we will do? Just simply multiply it by 0.3. So here the CP will come as 30, right? Here I also multiply this value by 0.3. So here by multiplying it, we will get like 3 into 4. What we will get? We will get like, no. Here we don't have to calculate the SP on 0.3 because we need to calculate it after getting 5% discount. So there's no point to do more calculations. Okay. Here, when I multiply this by 0.3, what value I am getting? So if I multiply it by, I am getting 48. Okay. So basically, there's now the cost price, the actual cost price of my pen is 30 and the actual MRP that I am putting a tag on it, that is of 48. Now on this 48, I am giving a discount of 5%. Now on this tag, now I am giving a discount of 5%. Right? That means I am selling it on the 95%. So 48 into 95 by 100, right? And when we calculate it, it is nothing but it is equals to 45.6. It is equals to 45.6. So the new SP will become 45.6 rupees. So here we are actually getting a profit on selling a single pen. We are able to get a profit of 15.6 rupees. 15.6 rupees. But what we need to do, we need to calculate. We need to get this much of profit. So how many pens we need to sell? How many pens we need to sell? So number of pens. Number of pens that we need to sell is, we need to earn 780 rupees and we are getting 15.6 from each and every pen that we are having. So basically we can say that 7800 divided by 156. Here we are getting the approximate value 5 times. We are getting approximately value equals to 5 times. So basically the number of pens that he needs to sell is equals to 50. So the correct answer over here is option number E. The correct answer over here, he needs to sell at least 50 pens to earn this much of profit with these conditions. With these conditions. Is it clear? So basically there's no need to introduce a variable every single time. You can easily able to solve such questions without introducing any variable. And whenever you are dealing in like these type of problems in your examination, just simply try to avoid introducing variables. Try to avoid make your calculations in decimal or like in the fractions. Try to make it like in the multiple of 10, 100, 1000 or something, so that you can easily do the multiplications as well. Is it clear? Okay. Now let's move towards the next question and let's see what is the next question we are having and how we are going to deal with it. So here this question is from the concept of problems on train, or you can also consider it from the concept of time, speed and distance. So just read the question and try to figure out the correct answer. So the question says that ratio between length of train A and train B is 1:2 and speed of train A and B is 120 kilometers per hour and 108 kilometers per hour respectively. Both trains running in same direction and cross each other, that means overtaking, in 108 seconds. If two compartments were added in train A, then it can cross a platform of length 12.5 times of the length of the compartment in 14.04 seconds. Then find the time taken by train B to cross that same platform if 5 new compartments were added in that same train only. So here we are having this data and what we have to do, we have to find out the time. Just take care of the units. Just simply take care of each and every unit that you are having. Because of single thing we will get our correct or wrong answer. From the single thing we can make our correct answer as a wrong answer. So you have to take care of the units as well, because here we are having our data in the seconds, here we are having our speeds in like kilometers per hour, and here we have to determine answer in the seconds only. So please take care of all these things. If you need some more time, you can just simply pause the video over here only, so that you can easily able to answer it. But please try to solve the specific question in specific time period, so that you can mentally prepare according to your examinations only, right? Okay. So here what I'm going to do, first I'm going to convert these speeds of trains in the meter per second, so that I can do my calculation in a simple way. So for the train A, the speed that is given is 120 kilometers per hour. But if I need to convert it into meter per second, what I need to do, I need to multiply it by 5 by 18, right? So here, with the help of 6, we are going to eliminate it. Here we are getting 220 and here we are getting 3, right? So basically here we are getting like 100 by 3. 100 by 3 meter per second, right? Okay. Now while we are calculating for train B, this is nothing but train B, we are having 108 into 5 by 18, right? Now again I am going to multiply it with the help of 6 only. So here we are having like 1 and 8, 18, and here we are having 3. So here we are having 6. So basically we are getting 30 meters per second. 30 meter per second. Is it clear? Okay. Now the question says that they both are moving in the same direction. If we are having like in the same direction, then same thing subtracts each other. So here we are going to use a concept of relative speed as well. Okay. So first, let's start with the data that we are having. So here the length ratio, length of trains are giving in the format of like, if I am taking this A and B over here, so it is in the format of 1:2. So we can say that in the combined format they are having a length equals to 3. Okay. Now as they both are moving in the same direction, as they are moving in the same direction, that means we have to apply the concept of relative speed. And whenever we are having the same direction, that means the relative speed we have to eliminate. Speed of A minus speed of B. And we can also do one thing. If you don't want to do all these calculations, just simply write down the values. 120 minus 108. And now simply multiply it by 5 by 18 just to calculate your relative speed in meter per second. So here what we are getting? We are getting the answer as 12 into 5 by 18. Here we are having 2, 3. So basically 10 by 3 meter per second. This is my relative speed, right? Now these trains overtake each other in 108 seconds. Overtaking time or crossing time. Crossing time is 108 seconds. So we are having like time, we are having our speed as well. So we can able to determine the distance, yes. And distance is nothing but distance is equals to the total length of train 1 plus 2. That means we are going to calculate the actual value of this 3. So the distance is nothing but speed into time. So here we are having like 10 by 3 into 108, right? Now we can easily eliminate it with the help of 3. So here what we are getting like 3, and here we are having 6. So basically the total length, the combined length of train A and train B, this is nothing but this is the length of train A and B together. That is nothing but that is 360. But here we are having like 3 only. So we can say that the actual value of this 3 is nothing but 360. That means it is present on the multiple of 120. If this is present on the multiple of 120, then the length of train A is 120 meters and the length of train B is nothing but 240 meters. Right? Okay, so we just simply calculated the length of the trains. Now, the next step that we need to do. Now, we just added 2 compartments in train A and it crosses a platform of 12.5 times of one compartment in 14.04 seconds. Okay, so here the length of the compartment is not given, right? Okay, so we just simply assume. So the length of compartment, let's suppose it is C meters only, C meters. Okay, so according to the question, the train A is passing and we added 2 compartments in that and it is crossing 12.5 times of each compartment length platform with the same speed, with the speed of like we are getting 100 by 3. It is crossing it with this speed in 14.04 seconds. In 14.04 seconds. So from this we can easily calculate the value of C. We can easily able to calculate the value of C. So here we are getting like 120 plus. Here we are having 14.5 C. Right? Equals to, here what we are having, here we are having 1,404 divided by 3, right? This is what we are having. Now we just simply transfer this thing to that side, so that we can easily able to calculate it. Or we can also do one thing, just simply check the calculations over here. So here 20 into 500 and yes, here we are having 3. Okay, cool. So here what we did, we just simply transferred this to that side. 14.5 C is equals to 1404 divided by 3 minus 120, right? So basically here what we are getting, 14.5 C is equals to 1404 minus 360 divided by 3. And from this one we are getting 14.5 C is equals to, here we are getting 4 and we have to divide it by like, so we are getting it as 348. And from this one, so from this one we will get the value of C as 348 divided by 14.5, the 10 over here, and it is like 24. So the length of each compartment is nothing but it's 24 meters. Is 24 meters. Now, what next we have to calculate? We have to find out, then find the time taken by train B to cross the same platform. Okay, so first we need to calculate the length of platform as well. If 5 new compartments were added in the same train only, that means for the train B. Okay, so first we are going to calculate the length of platform. So here we can say that the length of platform is nothing but, this is nothing but 12.5, right? So the 12.5 into 24. This is the length of our what? Our platform. So this is nothing but like 125 into 24. We just simply did the multiplication. Here we are having 10 and the 1 is carry on, right? So here, wait, 1 is carry on 5. And here we are having like 3000 meters. The length of the platform that we are having is of 3000 meters. The length of the platform that we are having is 3000 meters. Now, for the train B, now we have to do the calculation for the train B. Okay, the length of train B is 240, but we added 5 more compartments. That means we added 120, right? 0 and yes, 120. So basically the total length of train B will become 360 meters, right? Okay, now we know that distance equals to speed into time. So if we need to calculate time, that is nothing but distance upon speed. Distance upon speed, that we need to calculate, right? Okay, speed into time. Wait. Speed into time, and we need to calculate time. That means we need to divide distance by speed. So the total distance is nothing but wait. Here we are having 1 point now. So this is 300 meters only. This is 300 meters only. So the total distance is 360 plus 300. This is the distance, and with the speed of, and the speed of train is 30 meters. The speed of 30 meters, okay? So this is nothing but 660 divided by 30. So here the time taken by train B is 22 seconds. The time taken by train B is 22 seconds. Here we are having a decimal over here, right? So I completely accept this, like a little lengthy type of calculation, but we can easily able to determine the answer, right? We can easily able to determine the answer. So the correct answer over here is 22 seconds. That means option number C is the correct one. Option number C is the correct one. Is it clear? So in the examinations, we do have these type of problems as well. So you need to select that. In the specific time, you can able to solve these type of problems. You can able to do all these type of calculations or not. And you have to select the questions as per your scenario, as per your speed, right? Okay. Let's move towards the next question and let's see what is the next question we are having and how we are going to deal with it. So the next question says that two persons started to do a work together. A works only in starting 2 days. After that, B, C and D works alternatively. Starting from B. Ratio of the time taken by A, B and C, A, B, C and D if they work alone is 4, 3, 2, 5. If the work is completed in 12 days, then in how many days A and C can complete the work if they work together? What you have to do, you have to find out the time taken by A and C together if they want to complete the same work. And these are your options. So just simply read each and every line carefully and answer accordingly. Here we are having 4 persons. The work days is also given in the format of ratio. And the total work is also given, like they completed the total work in 12 days. How we are going to approach this particular question? This question is from the concept of time and work. Okay, let's start solving it. Here we are having 4 persons, right? A, B, C, D. The question says that when they are like doing the work in this manner, the whole work is completed in 12 days. The whole work is completed in 12 days. Okay. So they started together. They started to work together. So for the very starting 2 days, all of them like A, B, C, D, all of them are working. So 2 days, here we are writing days, right? They work together. But after 2 days, A left the work, right? And after that, B, C and D start working alternatively. Okay. So, 3rd day, 4th day, 5th day, right? 6th day, 7th day, 8th day, 9th day, 10th day, 11th day, and 12th day. The work is completed. Okay. Now, with the help of this, we can say that A worked only for 2 days, but B worked for 6 days. B worked for 6 days. C worked for 5 days. And D worked for 5 days. D also worked for 5 days. Okay. But here we are also having this data, that if they will do all the work alone, then they will take 4, 3, 2, 5 days. But this is the ratio, not the actual value. So first we are going to determine the efficiency, but with the help of ratio only. We are not going to determine the actual value because here we are having just ratio. Okay. So A will take 4 days, 3, 2 and 5. Okay. So if I am able to find out the work done with the help of this one, the total work, so what I have to do, I have to take the LCM. And the LCM of this one is nothing but 20 and 6, 60. This is nothing but 60, right? Okay. So here the efficiencies are 15, 12, 30, 20. These are what? These are the efficiency, okay. So if these are the efficiency and A is doing a work for 2 days with the efficiency of 15 units per day, so A can able to do a work of 30 units. So basically A did 30 units work, right? Okay. For the C, we can say that for the C, the efficiency that we are having is 20 and he took 5 days, right? He took 5 days over here. So we can say that B6, okay. For the B, first for the B, we can say that 6 into this one. 6 into 20, it will become like 120, okay. We are just writing it. And C did 5 into 30, that is 150 unit work. And D did 5 into 12, 5 into 12. That means 60 units work. Okay. So basically, these are the units of work that A, B, C and D combined together. So the sum of this one. Here we are having like 270, 270 plus 90. That means 360. So 360 units is what is your total work done. Is your total work done. And what we have to determine? We have to determine if this work was done by A and C only, then in how much time they will complete the whole work? They will complete the whole work. So we have to calculate it for the A and B only. Okay, A and C. A and C only. So the time taken, the thing is, here we are having like 360 and 360. Here, like they completed in the 12 days. Wait, if the work is completed in 12 days, so we have to take care of this thing also, no? Okay. Okay, 12 days. Then how many days? Because we need efficiencies as well. And these are not the efficiencies. These are like on the format of ratio only. This is not the actual efficiencies. Okay, so what we need to do for that? So if A can able, if I'm just assuming it, if A can able to do the complete work in 4 days, and if he is doing like 2 units work or twice to only 2 days, so in 4 days he will able to do the total work, right? So for this one, instead of this one, like he is doing in this manner, so the work is completed in 12 days. So for the A, it will take 24 days. For the A, it will take 24 days, right? And for the C, here it will take like 5, and here we are having 2. That means 2.5. 2.5. And when we multiply this value by 2.5, then we will get like over here is 12, right? And when we will take the LCM over here, and from this we can easily able to determine the efficiencies of A and C, because if we want to calculate the time taken by A and C to do the same work, for that we need to calculate the efficiency of A and C. So A is 24, C is 12, and when we will take the LCM, this is 24, 1 and 2. So the 3, basically 3. Here we are getting 24 by 3, that is nothing but that is 8. That is nothing but that is 8 days. That is nothing but 8 days. So basically, the correct answer over here is 8 days. Okay, we calculated the answer. So the correct answer over here is 8 days. So what we did, actually here first we calculated the number of days, and with the help of this ratio, with the help of this work alone ratio, we just simply calculated the total work done. We just simply calculated the total work done. And when we just simply calculated the total work done, now we just simply with the help of this ratio and these value, we just simply calculated the number of days taken by A and C individually to do all these type of work. And after that we just simply calculated the value. After that we just simply calculated all the values, because when I divided by like 30, I will get 12, and when I divide it by 15, I'll get it as 24, right? So this is for C and this is for A. So this is the individual time to complete this much of work, and after that we will just take the like LCM of this one, and we will get the correct answer as 8 days. So the correct answer over here is option number D. The correct answer over here is what? Option number D. Is it clear? Okay. Let's move towards the next question, and let's see what is the next question we are having and how we are going to deal with it. So the next question says that the probability of selecting 2 girls from a group of students is 5 by 18, and the probability of selecting a boy from the same group is 4 by 9. Find total number of girls in the group. Now what we have to do, we have to find out the number of girls in the group. Okay, so basically this is a quite simple type of question. If you will assume, or like if you will take the correct value as a total number of students, then you can easily able to determine it. So the question says that if I want to select 2 girls, so the probability of selecting 2 girls is nothing but 5 by 18, right? Similarly, in the same group or from the same number of students, if I'll select 2 boys, select a boy, select a boy, a single boy, is nothing but 4 by 9. So I simply assumed that the total number of students, in a class is 9. With the help of this value, I just simply assume that the number of students in our class is 9. I just simply assumed. And if I want to select a boy from my class, and that is 1 by 4, that means I can say that if I am having 9 students, so out of these 4 are boys and the rest 5 are girls, right? Rest 5 are girls. If I just simply assume that from this value, as I only have to select a boy, that is 4 by 9. So if I assume that if I am having like 9 students in my class and out of these 4 are boys and the rest 5 are girls. Now, from this ratio, if I have to select 2 girls, so selecting 2 girls, how I'll select all girls from this group? How I will select girls from this group? So here I am having 5 girls and out of 5 I only have to select 2 girls, right? And how I'll select like 2 girls from the total group, that is nothing but 9 by 2. So the probability of selecting 2 girls is nothing but 5C2 divided by the total sample space 9C2. All we need to do is we need to solve this. So this is nothing but 5 into 4 divided by 9 into 8, right? And when I solve this particular thing, here we will get 2 over here. So again, I am getting the same answer which is given in the data. So here we can say that it is present on the multiple of 1 only. So the number of girls that we are having in the class is 5. So the number of girls that we are having in a class is equals to 5. Is it clear? So again, basically this is a very simple question. The only thing that we have to do is we have to correct or assume the correct data over here. You can also do it like, you can also assume it as 18, but at that time you will not get the multiple 1 over here, you will get the multiple something else, and after that what you need to do, you need to calculate the actual answer with the help of that value. Okay. So here again we are having one more question, but this question is for your homework. This question is for your homework and we are going to discuss this particular question, but in the next video. So just simply take the screenshot of this particular question so that we can going to solve this particular concept in the next video. Till then, what you have to do, you have to do more and more practice and you have to solve more and more problems so that you can able to solve these type of problems in your examinations as well. So with this question, let's end this video here only. We'll meet in the very next video. Till then, keep smiling, stay safe, bye-bye, and do more and more practice.